Hi, I'm Amy Robbins. I am a family nurse practitioner here in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm the founder of Youthful Magnolia, and welcome to Youthful Magnolia After Dark. Today, I've got with us Sydney Romero. She's a RN that works at Youthful Magnolia with me, and we're here to discuss some of the trends and topics of today.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I am one of the proteges of Miss Amy Robbins here. Hopefully, soon to be, hope to be, fingers crossed. Today, we are going to pick her brain on a couple different things, and we're just going to kind of talk about. The first topic that we have to discuss is skincare. So we're skincare, Zeo skincare. Is it worth it? Drugs versus drugstore skincare. I think a lot of people that come in, they like tell me they're using like 90 different products usually. And my whole thing on that I tell them is I'm like, well, if you were to add up all of the money that you've spent at Sephora and Ulta over the past year versus like how much of those products you probably have like sitting in the back of your cabinet, you could probably have made money had you just came in and like bought medical grade skincare.
For sure.
So what would you say is the biggest difference that you notice with people that use medical grade skincare versus those that use maybe like drugstore products?
Results.
Yeah.
I think people have better results with medical grade skincare. I also think when you kind of invest a little bit more money into something, you're more willing to be compliant with it.
Yeah.
You don't tend to panic buy when something's wrong with your skin, say acne,
Yes.
redness,
Oh my gosh,
dryness.
panic buying. That is so
Yes,
true.
yeah.
People do that.
They will just go to Sephora and just like
They're like, what's gonna fix
they
this?
don't care.
Yeah.
They'll spend hundreds of dollars doing that, and
Yeah.
we can easily kind of set up on something here for a 5-step little regimen
Yeah.
and probably eliminate a lot of that. So
Yeah. I'd say the most popular thing that we sell is the anti-aging kit.
yes.
Yes. So that's like, how many steps is the anti-aging kit?
It's only 4 in the kit, but if you add the SPF in the morning, that's going to give you 5 steps. And then
Okay.
at night, it would be 4 steps.
Okay. And I think I like speak for everybody when I say this question because I get this question a lot. When do you put your SPF on?
Last.
You put your SPF on last.
Yes.
Okay.
Before makeup.
Before makeup. Okay.
Unless you're like me and don't wear makeup.
Well, you don't have to when you're this beautiful, when your skin is just glowing all the time. No, I feel like for the longest time, I almost like when I first started using,
Mhm.
Zeo products and stuff, I was like, wait, do I put on the SPF after all of these things, or do I put on? Well, then I was like, oh, well, duh, you put it on after, so
Yeah.
that makes most sense.
Yes.
Why did you choose Zeo? Like, why are you so committed to Zeo?
I'm very committed because I myself had suffered with melasma and probably hormonal acne.
You had
I
melasma?
know. So
I'm like, where?
I had a halo done in
When
like
you were born,
2020.
maybe?
Yes. And that esthetician put me on the Zeo pigment control
Wait, you had a halo done?
in 2020.
Okay.
Yes. And so then I did pigment control and it just transformed my skin. And here I am now selling it. So
Okay.
yeah.
So that's why you're so passionate
I'm
about
very passionate. I think if you're committed to it, it will make your skin change. You have to be patient with it and just understand that reactions will happen. It's expected. If there's no reaction, there's no change. So that's kind of
it. That's true. Yeah.
the selling, not selling point, but that's just a statement that we like to say when you start Zeo.
And then one thing too, I will say is a lot of people come in and they're like, "Oh, well, my skincare says it has this," and I'm like, "Well, it's not obviously going to have as high of a concentration because it's not medical grade.
Right.
Like if you buy it at Ulta or Sephora, we don't have the ability to. They don't have the ability to put those ingredients as a
Right.
higher concentration as we would here in your office because you are a nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
So, okay. So that brings us to the next topic here, which is a comparison between the beautiful Glazing Mist by Rhode, aka Hailey Bieber. You kind of love Hailey Bieber.
I do think Hailey Bieber does a good job.
Hailey Bieber, yeah.
She's beautiful.
She's a queen. We love Hailey Bieber. Yes. Justin Bieber. Oh, He could pull his pants up a little bit.
Good, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Get him a belt. It's fine. No. Okay. So Rhode, great packaging here. So
Yes.
we're comparing the glazing mist to our ZO soothing hydro mist. And I think this is like this I took to Africa with me.
Yes.
I took it to Africa.
I've
It's
taken it everywhere.
yes, I literally have it in my purse at all
Yeah,
times. I
all
have
the time.
multiple of these.
I have 2.
Yeah, I think I have more than 2.
Yeah.
But I do. I have it
Yes.
everywhere with me. Okay, so I haven't tried this one.
All right, try
Did
it.
you try it
I
already?
did, but I'm
Okay.
gonna let your thoughts come through.
Okay. Did you do it like the same?
Mhm.
It smells like matcha.
It's very earthy.
It
smells
does.
very earthy.
Wait, it kind of got my mouth. Okay. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. I like matcha.
It's just very earthy. But I
Okay.
think that like for Hailey Bieber and creating a skincare line that anybody can purchase, I think
Yeah.
she made a very, or whoever helped her put this together, it's
Yeah.
a very natural, probably not a ton of chemicals in it.
Well, we're gonna compare the list here in a second.
yeah.
I'm gonna put this over this because I can already tell that this is like not as hydrating.
No, it is not as hydrating.
Yeah. So
It kind of feels like you sprayed some water on you.
that's exactly what it feels like chlorinated water.
Yeah.
Like I might have just got out of the pool.
Yeah.
This is way more hydrating.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Well, I'm glad I got to try both of them because honestly, now I see the difference and I'm like, wow, this is actually very hydrating.
Yes.
So
very.
it does speak to its name,
Mhm.
Soothing Hydro Mist.
It does.
All right. Tell us about the ingredients. You can use your phone.
Okay, I'm gonna use my phone, people.
We expect you to remember everything
Can't remember
verbatim.
everything
You
verbatim.
have to know.
So, glazing mist has
This is Hailey Bieber's
a
product.
lot of different products, but the biggest thing for it's going to be skin soothing and antioxidants. So it's got ectoin, which is just an amino acid that helps protect the skin from environmental stressors and supports skin barrier function. And then we've got a Magnolia officinalis bark extract. So it contains compounds that
plants.
can help purify and soothe the skin.
That explains the earthiness.
Yes. So we've got some ceramides. Those are important because those are lipids that do help maintain our skin barrier. Beta glucan, a skin conditioning agent that also helps soothe and hydrate the skin. Panthenol, that's going to be your provitamin and B5. Glycerin, it's just a humectant that draws moisture into the skin. Water. So that's kind of what's pretty much mostly in her ingredients. Then we have.
But we can't agree that like any of that is probably not going to be as a high a concentration.
It's not, no, because we're not sure how much is in each bottle.
Yeah.
Because they're not mass, but they are gonna probably mass produce that soon. So then we have our soothing hydro mist. So we've got the biggest things with it is it does have 3 molecular weight hyaluronic acids in it. So we've got
Oh wow, it has
hydration.
hyaluronic acid in it.
It does.
Wow.
Hydration, soothe, support. We've got alfalfa extract. So that's a nutrient-rich plant extract and antioxidant, defends against oxidative stress and supports a healthy skin barrier. And then you have Z Poly, which is exclusive to all of Zeo's products. That's a plant-derived polysaccharide complex, infuses skin with extended hydration.
Which is the lipid that, but again, it's probably not the same concentration as would be.
No.
It's a higher concentration because
Right.
it is medical grade. So
The other thing that soothing mist has is sodium hyaluronate, and so that's going to be about 1,000 times stronger than hyaluronic acid. So you've got a dual thing going on with it. That's why it feels so hydrating.
yeah, I can definitely
Um,
tell the difference.
And then you've got, the things they have to fill it with, like water and stuff like that. So very similar, some ingredients similar, but just much better ingredients in the soothing hydro mist. So
Yes.
I like it,
I
but I
love
was glad
that.
to try it because
Yeah.
it's popular.
Well, and we always love
He
to.
sells his business for $1 billion. I'm worth it. I'll throw some money at you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on. So you had mentioned earlier, you said that in 2020 you had a halo by an esthetician, and that's kind of like what changed your skin.
It did.
So for those people that are looking to get lasers done, we have laser season is coming, people.
Yes.
Laser season. For those people that don't know, we call laser season kind of like the winter months because that is whenever you're kind of hiding more from the sun. You're not
Yes.
going outside as much. The recovery is a lot easier from a laser, especially like something ablative or more aggressive.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I do.
Okay. So how would somebody prep for laser season? How are we telling our patients to get ready if, say, we'll start from like a month out from a laser?
Well, if you're not on a regimen, you need to be on a regimen. So
Amen.
that's part of it.
First thing,
First,
get on a regimen.
not on a regimen, get on a regimen. Second, if you have melasma, you need to be on something that's going to help block your melanocytes from overproducing pigment. So
Okay.
that's very important prior to any laser, especially if you have melasma. So we want to block those cells from creating more pigment. We have the laser because we know heat, it can induce more pigment.
Yes.
And we don't want a post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation situation. So prep for it, you'll get your laser and you'll also be on something afterwards to control that. And then for life, basically, you're gonna have to melasma for life.
Absolutely. It
condition.
is. We can't
Rosacea.
kill it.
No.
Yeah.
Rosacea is another thing. Redness, rosacea, that's more of a sebaceous gland issue. We need to be on something that's oil controlling because
I have rosacea. Yeah.
I don't want you having a post laser, acne breakout. So being on something to
So
help
can you
control
get
that.
acne from rosacea? Or does like rosacea cause acne?
They're all from the same problem.
Sebaceous gland.
It's sebaceous gland
Okay.
issues.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So, okay. So number one, if you're not on
Get on a regimen.
if you're not on a regimen, get on a regimen. And then
Preferably
number
zero.
two, depending on your specific
Skin
condition,
Yes.
whether it be melasma, rosacea, if you don't have any of those issues, or if you have acne, okay, then we need to specify exactly what regimen they would be on, get them
Yeah.
on something for that to help
Yes.
control. Okay, so that's like a month out. So for somebody that's like, now I'm a week out, what would I need to do for if I was going to get a halo?
The biggest thing is holding a retinol or retin-A.
Yes.
We don't want your skin to be too thin before you have a laser done. And so that's important. But, you know,
So what about like if you are on something for like a pigment control, would you need to stop that at any point in time prior, or could you do it up until the laser?
there's just so much information. I personally would just keep you on it and then do the laser and then start you right back on it as soon as your skin heals. If we're talking about full surface like ablative laser, we wouldn't be, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So these are just for halos, moxies, maybe a slight micro laser peel, nano peels. If we're talking full surface ablation, that's a whole different prep.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
So then I guess day before, night before, what does it look like for you if you're going into a day before you're about to get a halo, what are you doing to your skincare routine? Are you doing anything differently
I will not do anything different.
other than your
I'm
retinol?
going to hold my retinol, but I won't do anything different. And then the day of, I'm not going to put my moisturizers on because I'm not wasting money doing that.
Yeah, because it's expensive.
It's like 5 cents for every pump.
Yeah, yeah. Good. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And then I feel like, in one of these days we can, on the next episode, we'll compare all the different lasers and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are just good topics, I think, to help people that don't really know if they're having a laser. They're like, usually that's like one of the questions that I get for people.
Yeah.
They're like, what do I need to do in advance? And you're like, well, there's not really much difference other than, I think the biggest step is getting on a protocol, getting on a skincare regimen.
Yeah. And then from just like a body perspective, hydration. Like you need to drink lots of extra water, like leading up to it, because these lasers that's what they're seeking out is water. So the more hydration you have in the skin, the better results are going to be.
Better results. Yes.
So stay hydrated, drink your electrolytes, and try to eat healthy.
Yay, I love it.
We'll try.
Okay, so the next thing I kind of wanted to touch on was I feel like a lot of people come in, or a lot of people are asking, they come in and they're saying, well, we want a specific type of tox.
Oh, yeah.
Neurotoxins.
Yeah.
So comparatively from a provider standpoint, what is like, so just for me personally, this is like the four that I know the most, is like Dysport, Botox, Daxify, Xeomin, and then, Jeuveau, Lativo.
I don't even. There got more things coming into the market probably within the next year.
Yeah, there's been like a new one on the market I saw that I was like, what is this?
I know. I know. It's overwhelming.
So yeah, it is overwhelming. I think as a consumer too, it's probably very overwhelming because people are just like, they walk in somewhere and they're trusting that their provider is going to give them, what is like, obviously they don't know. They're like, everybody knows Botox, right? Because it's like the oldest, tried and true. Yeah. So it's like usually whenever we like whenever I post about stuff, I'm just like, yeah, it's Botox because people don't know like Xeomin. I can barely say it. Like,
I know.
we can barely say the word.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is like the biggest differences in these different neurotoxins, and what should people, I guess, be looking out for, especially when it comes to like if they're more results driven, like something that if they come into a provider and they're like, oh yeah, like I, want to be absolutely frozen, would there be like something that you would recommend more, or what was there something that you have that's a favorite?
I My favorite's Xeomin. It's a
Mhm.
more pure toxin. I don't like the word toxin, but we're just gonna say it because that's easier to say that. But
Yeah, what makes it more pure?
it doesn't have any accessory protein, so it's just the Botox molecule
Hmm.
with some human serum albumin
Okay.
and some sucrose. So
So what does like human serum albumin do?
it's just a carrier to have it disperse it throughout the skin. It
Got it.
just kind of disperses it where it needs to go.
Helps it move around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just holds it in place, helps it move around.
Accessory proteins, no accessory protein, Xeomin. It has human albumin. It helps it. It's a carrier for your patients.
Yeah, but people don't really care about that. They just want to know, is it going to work or not?
Yeah.
And how long is it going to last? And
Yeah.
people don't want to come in every like 2 months and get their neurotoxin touched up. But in reality, we have what we call Bell's curve.
Yeah.
So we have where things peak and things come down.
Hmm.
And so as they have that frontalis movement, which will be the first one that comes back first, it's a
Hmm.
very thin sheet of muscle. It cannot hold a lot of milligram or
Product.
products. Yeah. So it's the most expressive. So they seem to think, if they're starting to get movement at 3 months, that it's coming, that it's already gone. But in reality, it's not going to be gone until you have full movement back
In your whole face.
in your whole face. So if patients would wait, which most don't, they're impatient, they want to be frozen again. So oftentimes
What
I'm
do you like
seeing
to
them,
say? The vitamin
it's
T?
called vitamin T. It's called
Vitamin
time.
T.
Yeah,
Vitamin T.
time.
Little
Yeah,
time.
a little time helps everything. But yeah, so we have that. If I have athletes that are kind of getting hot, because we already know there's enough studies that support that sun will break
Hmm.
down your neurotoxins. So
Help
wear your SPF.
denaturing. Yeah.
Yes, please wear your SPF. It helps a lot. Heat, metabolism, exercise, things like that are gonna, increase your metabolism. It's gonna increase the burn of the product. It's medication. It's at
Well,
a neuromuscular junction. It's gonna
yeah.
bump it off.
And I think too, just like in general, coming from like a very scientifical
Yeah,
background to like a
yeah,
very chemical
yeah.
chemistry, biochemistry background, those basic things that you just said are all things that denature proteins.
Yes.
They're all things that break it down. So
Yeah.
like if you want to think about how do you like break down gold?
Yeah.
You melt it.
Yeah.
How do you melt it? With heat.
Yeah.
Like, and those are all very common. It's very common, but it's like putting it together, thinking about it,
Yeah.
and then kind of like explaining it in that way is
Yeah.
hard. And so for a patient, again,
Yeah.
a consumer, it's like, yeah, what's going to last the longest?
Right.
Well,
I
if
really don't
you're
know until we try it.
outside running
Yeah.
15 miles a day,
Yeah.
you're probably not going to get a lot of work.
Right.
Or if you're doing hot yoga every day,
Right.
like one of my girlfriends, she's an instructor for hot yoga. And yeah, I mean, her talk's like,
Yeah.
she eats through it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know why we talk to you anymore.
I know. Well, that's where Daxify could maybe come into play because it has the peptide to kind of keep it at the neuromuscular junction a little longer.
Okay, so Daxify is another different type of
Yeah.
neurotoxin.
When Dysport has, it's got its own play in all of this. It's going to be, it's definitely a much heavier feel when you get treated.
Yes.
It definitely is going to give a very frozen look.
Hmm.
It spreads a little bit
Ice
more.
Queens,
Yes,
yes.
got to be careful above the brows. I don't use Botox particularly in this practice. I'm a small practice. I'm not a plastic surgeon. So if you have a big account with Allergan and you're buying implants right and left, your account
Yeah,
is going to be better than
yeah,
what I can provide.
for
I'd have to
sure.
charge an arm and leg for somebody to get Botox in.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So yeah,
So those are the main differences you'd
yeah.
say.
I
Yeah,
just think like treat your patient, see what they do. If they didn't like that one, then we try another one. And
yeah,
eventually we'll find it over the course of probably a year of just doing treatments that this is the one that works for you.
yeah,
And that could very well change another year later as they start to lose collagen in their face. Like I showed you today, you have more skin elasticity. Well, if you have a lot of skin elasticity around your brow area because you have temple hollowing, um, That's not a muscle issue. That's a skin
No.
texture issue.
Exactly. So it's kind of addressing the
Yeah.
actual, and this is what I love about you is whenever you are like looking at your patient, and I think I was trying to explain this
Yeah.
today, is like, you kind of have to just look at them and
Mhm.
like really assess and figure out what
Yeah.
it is specifically, because everyone's so different.
Yeah.
Like, and it's so hard for somebody to send you a text and say like, oh, well, how many units for
Yeah.
Botox? And you're like, or how much money for,
This and
X
that.
amount of
Yeah.
units of Botox, and it's like, well, and I think that's too why we do charge by area,
Yeah.
because it's important to be able to treat the patient fully,
Mhm.
and making sure that they don't come in and you're not like, okay, well, I have to put 100 units in your forehead, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna charge you $1,000. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But like, you
Yeah.
want to treat your patient as to what they need
Yeah.
versus like, oh, you're just like a number of units. Like,
Right.
you're only looking to buy 200 units, or like you're only looking to buy like 20 units today. Well,
Yeah.
then you can't
Right.
really
I
do
can't treat
anything
him.
with
I
that.
can't.
Yeah, you can't do anything. And I
Maybe
think
treat the
that's
nose and the chin.
yeah, the chin, yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe,
Maybe.
yeah. And that's like, I think that's what's really hard is kind of like explaining that and
Mhm.
trying to, and it's hard also because I feel like a lot of practices do treat like they are like, oh yeah, it's this much a
Mhm.
unit, which, you kind of end up being able to like give a roundabout number. But I think it's important, like, that's what I love about you is that you're there to treat the patient to their
Yeah.
satisfaction rather than just like being like, oh, well, you can only give me this much money, so this is what I'm going to give
Right.
you back. Okay, so every week on our Instagram page, we do what's called What's the Hype? And it's basically our latest and greatest Instagram, TikTok, just like what's trending in aesthetics. And last week it was Lindsay Lohan. So let's talk about Lindsay Lohan and her glow up. My gosh,
She looks
she
amazing.
have a freaking glow up? Like, let's
Yeah.
talk
She looks
about
pretty
that.
amazing.
So I think that her biggest thing was is we talked about this too, and we did discuss it about how she probably for one like stopped drinking.
Think number one, she got healthy.
She stopped drinking. But
I
hey, you know
mean,
what? Cheers.
it's fine. Cheers. You know what? She probably has a glass of wine here and there. And
Here
that's
and
fine.
there. Grapes are fruit.
Right. But I do think number one, she stopped drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's going to reduce a ton of puffiness in your face. It's going to help a lot of things.
Inflammation. Yeah.
Inflammation. I think
NAD.
NAD probably. Is she on a low dose GLP-1? Probably.
Yeah.
Who isn't? Um,
Yeah.
and then I definitely think that her dermatologist in Dubai dissolved pretty much all her HA filler and replaced it with collagen stimulating products, polynucleotides. That's our skin boosters, our salmon sperm.
When you say like collagen boosting products, what are you referring to? Because I think a lot of people are kind of conflicted on getting filler versus like going to like a collagen boosting thing. So like filler is collagen boosting essentially. Like
Not filler.
HA
HA is more of just like a volumizer.
yes.
We're just going to pull water into the area that gel lies and we're going to create a look. And eventually that skin's going to stretch over
Yes.
that product. It's the sad part. Our collagen stimulators would be more our Sculptra and Radius. And again, talking about new products coming in the market, we'll definitely have some new products coming in the future because I've already seen it when I was in Amsterdam.
So those things are going to be collagen boosting, meaning they're going to help produce your own collagen
Yes.
rather than taking an area and just filling it in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're not going to have that immediate projection that people sometimes want. And if that's what you want, then that's something you need to talk to your provider about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if that person's, willing to guide you on
Yeah.
this journey, then it should be probably a combo.
Yeah.
But yes, I do think she had that done,
So dissolving fillers.
replacing with your collagen products, your polynucleotides, and then probably some old therapy or soft wave.
Oh, she definitely had old therapy. That was like one of the big talks that she had
Yeah.
too. Is she discussed that's like a huge talking point in her
Yeah.
provider's clinic is
Yeah.
old therapy, and so old therapy is another collagen.
Yeah.
Like they get
Yes,
Col-
it's so good for your
targets
neck,
deep
here,
into the tissue to
if you're the right candidate.
yes,
This
yes,
will not be a surgical correction for all my plastic people.
yes. So and we'll have a whole thing. We'll talk about that as well.
And then lasers, Moxie
And we've seen what a Moxie can do.
and broadband light.
Oh my God. Well, we've seen what a BBL and a Moxie can do. I
Yeah.
mean, even just with like Stacy's
I know.
results,
Yeah.
just with utilizing
The skin boosters.
yeah,
with
skin
it.
boosters and different like sodium DNA
Yeah.
and all the things that has just truly transformed her skin.
Yes.
And now we're adding collagen
Yeah.
products.
Excited for her.
I am so excited
Yeah,
for her. It's
it's
going to
gonna be
be a
fun.
really, I'm excited to like get her back in and see what see
Yeah.
what her final results are going to
I am
be.
too.
So she's been very happy, but okay.
Thanks for tuning in to Youthful Magnolia After Dark. Make sure you like, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media, and we'll see you next time.